Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger, and guess what? Your boy got something to say. I don't know if some of y'all have heard about this, but there's a video out right now that's going viral, and there's this black officer trying to arrest a black woman, and by the looks of it, he's being very aggressive with this woman, although she's in a particular video look like the victim, because she keeps saying, I will do this, I will do this, I will sign the citation, I will do this, and he's like, nah, I'm not gonna hear it. You're still going to be under arrest, you're still going to be arrested, boom boom boom. And at a point in the background, you hear another gentleman like, yo, you don't have to do all this, you don't have to do all this extra stuff. And it got to the point where there was some more extra stuff going along. I mean, the officer practically body slammed this woman to the ground just to arrest her. And on this particular video, it's ridiculous to the point where it's like the officer is at the wrong. Then here comes the body camera, where we really get the very beginning and the end of this particular situation. On his body cam, the officer comes out of the car. He see these two couples together standing next to a car. Checks their license plate, and told him, like, it looks like y'all out of town, but as over here you can't really be here after 11 in the park. And the couple was like, okay, gotcha. Then the officer said, you have ID? They said, yeah. So the officer asked for the ID, check out their stuff, see if they got warrants or anything. You know, the whole police stuff. Went through their stuff, boom, boom, boom. But yet they have a citation to sign. The gentleman was the first to be called up first. Was the first to call up. And the officer told him, like, yo, you have a citation because you were standing out in the park after 11. And the gentleman was like, yo, what happened if I don't sign the citation? He said, the officer said, you'll be arrested. So the gentleman said, all right, sign the citation. No big deal. No big deal. Probably a little fine here and there. Ain't nothing to be taken care of. So here comes the lady. Lady comes up, and she was asked to sign the citation. She was like, well, from out of town. If you acknowledge that we're from out of town, then, and the officer was like, really, that's really not an excuse. You're here at the 11th, so here's a citation for violating this particular code. So the woman's like, can I have your badge number? The officer gave her the badge number while she walked away. Then she came back and asked for his name. He gave him his last name. Didn't give her his first name, whether if he wants to or not. It really don't matter. Then she asked, what if I don't sign the citation? He said, you will be arrested. Literally, he said you'll be physically arrested. And she still asked for this officer's badge number and name. And for the second time, he gave her both badge number and the name. And yet still refuses to sign the citation. Whether this officer's ego was bruised or not, he gave her the information that she asked for more than twice. If he gave you the badge number as well as the name, that should be enough to give you at least a heads up, just in case you want to go back to that police department and challenge that. But she didn't. She continued to ask the same question more than twice. And the gentleman probably was standing there. If it was me, Just me. Because I probably would have been doing the same thing he was doing, just standing there and watch. But another thing I'll probably do was like, babe, his name is this. The number is this. Stop asking the same question. He gave you the information. If you don't want to sign the citation, then just, which I would say, I would probably suggest that she will sign the citation and challenge the police department, whatever the case may be. But she continued to do the same thing, ask the same question over and over again, to the point where the officer was like, you know what? You don't want to sign the citation? Cool. Here's your other option. Here's your other option. Put your hands behind your back. Why? Why not? If you told the officer that you're not going to do certain thing, do something that will keep you from going to jail, then you're basically telling the officer, arrest me. Arrest me. But the issue probably going to be that this black woman was abused. She was violated. She was aggressively violated by a black officer. And this whole protect black women movement, this hashtag protect black movement, they will look at this video in that particular clip and just run with it. Meanwhile, the police department puts out the whole thing, and we see that this woman is not really compliant. She's basically resisting and challenging the authority. So here's my thing. Both clip put both people in an awkward situation, because you got this little clip of an officer being aggressive to this woman, and then you got another clip that's a little bit longer, and you're seeing this woman asking for the response because she refused to comply. And the other gentleman is probably in the background recording this like, yo, sir, officer, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. When he could have been doing the same thing to the woman and say, look, sign the citation and let's sign the citation. He gave you the number. He gave you the name. We can use this against him on the department and complain and let it be known like, yo, we're out of towners. We don't know about this situation. We don't know about this code. We don't know nothing about this law. Is there any way we can do something? And maybe I'm just talking like a customer in a store and this, that, and the third. But as far as the police department, somebody that watching this video can please break it down a little bit more for me so I can understand. But truth be told, it doesn't look good on both parties, because on both parties, you got this officer being aggressive with this woman. And on another video, you see this woman being disrespectful by asking the officer to do two things more than twice. And after that, it's like, I can understand why he will probably be frustrated, because you asked this man the same question multiple times after he answered it. And you expect this man to continue to give you what you asked for after he been. See, the other brother probably should have did that woman a favor and say, look, this man's name is this woman, this number is this. But he didn't. He recorded his woman getting physically. She was being physical by this officer because she didn't want to be arrested. After she kept telling the officer, I will sign a citation. I will sign a citation. When truth be told, she didn't want to sign it in the first place. As far as I'm concerned, the video made her look as if she want to stand on her 10 toes and to be aggressive and be entitled and all that stuff. But when it came time for the consequences, I'll do it. Don't do it. Please don't arrest me. I'll sign it. No. Because if this officer got to deal with the fact that you're going to sue the department because he was doing his job, but you want to say that his ego was bruised? Even if that was the case, This woman decided to continue to belittle what this officer was doing, which was his job. He asked you to sign the citation. Either that or get arrested. You chose not to sign the citation. What other option is there? Get arrested. This is where people are probably going to disagree with me the most, and probably will try their best to disrespect me and claim that they're not being disrespectful. This whole idea for black women in particular to go against a black man in authority, even if that dude is not her husband. Since when have we started allowing stuff like this to be? Maybe it was started from our parents or from our grandparents or the school whatever the case may be. At this point, this officer shouldn't have to go to that point. But at the same time, this woman didn't have to go to this point for this officer to go to that point. And the brother in the background, like I say, if it was me, I probably would have done the same thing and just stand back. But at the same time, I'd probably be like, look, babe, this is the case. He said this and he said this. Please stop asking him that question. Because right now it's becoming frustrating. Because as a man that understands how men gets down, we don't do too much about repeating or this, that, and the third. Especially if we're giving you exactly what you're asking for. But at the same time, like I say, he didn't have to go that far with her. But at the same time, she didn't have to go this point with him. But that's just me. At some point, we're gonna have to find ourselves either continue to go on the same way, expecting different result, or go back to the foundation, go back to the scripture, and find out what is the right thing to do when it comes to authority at this time. But again, that's just me. If you like what you heard, that's a like button. Dislike what you heard, dislike. Comment, give me your 2 cents. And like I say, you can disagree all you want, but don't be disrespectful. Subscribe, share this video. Let's continue this conversation. Until then, this is your boy P Light, aka the Brick Slinger. And as always, continue to sharpen one another. Support the kingdom. Take care and God bless. Laborers.